Welcome back. It's been a minute, hasn't it? Yeah, this isn't a video I really want to make. I made a mistake. Yep. I went back out very briefly. I was supposed to cover a story at an air show. I mean, this doesn't have anything to do with me taking a drink, but Wayne County had an air show, Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, and the Thunderbirds were going to be there headlining. The newspaper that I write for, I was supposed to go up there, cover that air show, and also they have a barbecue festival in the town where I was staying at the motel that I always stay when I'm up in Kinston, North Carolina. And it was sort of the whole family went, me and my folks. It was a really nice thing, except the room that I booked, we all had to stay in it. It only had one bed. So I ended up having to sleep on the floor because it was a mistake that I made. That didn't set things off like very well, and because the barbecue festival is like the largest whole hog barbecue festival cook-off in the world. This is the 2025 festival. I went last year and covered it and took photos. They wanted me to get some photos, so I did do that. I got the photos in, but they have a 9-hole putt-putt golf course at this motel. It's really cool. And there's a brewery that's, the guy that owns the brewery also owns the Mother Earth Motor Lodge where we stay, and they got a pool, they got a shuffleboard court, they got like a 9-hole putt-putt golf course. I mentioned this in a previous video when I was up there, and we're out there messing around playing putt-putt, me and my mom and my old man, and they can still get around and everything, and my mom loves putt-putt, and somehow she tripped or something and twisted her hip really bad, so she couldn't walk. So I had to get on the internet and talk to the editor to find out if there was somebody that could go to that air show, because she just couldn't walk, and we didn't want to leave her there at the hotel while me and my dad went to the air show, which was like another 30 minutes there. So we didn't go. Get to really what I want to talk about. There was a lot of drinking going on. The brewery, my folks were drinking a little bit, and there was some beer sampling going on, and I had not been taking the antabuse regularly. Somehow that, I don't know, it wasn't a full-blown relapse, but I did put alcohol in my mouth, and it did cause a problem. And I've been waiting to put this video out because you know how it is. Nobody wants to come back on and say I went back out, including me, including somebody that almost had, on the 23rd of June, I would have had a year of sobriety. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Because I didn't get drunk. I was just testing some beers. They had some beer samples, and I had sampled the beers. I hadn't had beer in a long time, and I don't really like beer anymore anyway, so I did that. And then they have a patio out back, and I think I ordered one beer and went out and just started meeting people and mingling, and I hadn't done any of that. And it's been quite a while since I've done anything like that, and I started really enjoying it. You know, so I sat out there and had a beer, and that was pretty much the end of it. The next day, of course, I felt absolutely horrible. What am I going to do about AA? What am I going to do about this driver's license situation? So that's going to have to be pushed down until like later in the year or whatever about that hearing, because yesterday I had to go and I took my it was an outstanding debt, I think I mentioned, of in one of the videos, $1,000 that I owed my attorney. So I had to give him his money, and then I had to go to a doctor's appointment, and they couldn't find any record. They had switched over to a different computer system, and she's like, well, we can't find any. We know that there's something there, but we're just waiting until the bookkeeper, we're waiting for the bookkeeper to get here. Go to your doctor's appointment, then come back. And so I did that. So I came back, and we're still trying to figure it out. We could see the attorney had come out of the courthouse, because the courthouse is right across the street. She said, I think Mr. So-and-so, I see him, he's coming in, let's talk about this. So I'm like, look, you know, I can't be fair to AA. I can't pick up that year chip really, you know, coming up. I'm just going to have to reset it, you know, as bad as it is and as upset as I am about it. And for any of you that know about relapse and that it can happen anytime, and even though I wasn't really desiring any alcohol, I found myself, and I didn't even get drunk. It was like I just, without thinking, there it is. Then I wake up the next day and, you know, wishing I was dead, basically. Look what you did. So the next AA meeting that I go to, I'm going to pick up the white chip. I'm going to tell them what happened. I'm going to be completely honest, completely 100%, you know, straight 100 with them. Because when I go to the DMV hearing, it's a sworn hearing. You put your hand on the Bible, whether you're an atheist, whether you're agnostic, whether you're a Satanist, whether you're whatever, they record everything you say at those hearings. And if it can be proven that you lied, they can bring you up on perjury charges. And I'm not about to go through that. And I don't want the lawyer knowing. And I explained to him, I'm an honest guy. I said, you know, I came here in good faith. I wanted to pay this money now and get this, you know, out of the way. And if you may wonder why I came back earlier than you said, because I wanted to tell you what happened and see what you had thought about it. And he kicked it around in his head and he's like, well, what do you think you want to do? And I said, let's wait a period of time. Let me get some more sobriety back under my belt. Let me get my chips built back up, and then we'll go from there. But you know, it's been hell, like dealing with this and thinking about this and the fallout, and well, you're just pushing your driver's license further on down the line. And I've decided I'm probably going to go ahead and get my master's in substance abuse counseling. I got a Liberty University. I got in at one point, I mentioned in another video, but I never enrolled. So I'm going to have to do the re-enroll and do that process. And I think it's going to be the career for me. I think that's what's going to be the best thing for me. I mean, I already have this channel. Why not help people? You know, reach out to other people that may be struggling, that may be having, you know, victims of this terrible disease. You know, I just have just been beating the shit out of myself, you know, over this. And I feel for anybody that may have fallen off after maybe a year of sobriety, 2 years, 5 years, 15 years. It just happens, you know. I'm going to have to do a walk of shame in my mind, even though it's not anybody else's, that, oh man, he couldn't even make it a year. Look, he's picking up another white chip. But what I'm doing is I'm being honest. I'm being honest with myself. I'm being honest with the program. I'm being honest with the DMV. I'm being honest with the lawyer. I'm just painfully honest. And if that's a character flaw and it doesn't serve me and my best interest sometimes, so be it. That's just how it's going to be. But I just thought I would let you guys know about that. I've been out. I haven't put a video out in a while. And I've been sitting on this trying to figure out how am I going to present it. And here it is. I'm just coming clean. Just like everybody else that has to do this. It sucks, but check out some of my other videos floating around up there. I think I'm 5 subs shy of 700. Let's see if we can get that number up over to 700 and get 100 likes on this video. That might put me back in the algorithm after being out for almost a month. But as always, stay tuned. Come back. I certainly will. See you guys later.